Hi, my name is Steve Gower, and welcome to Gower Hour Nutrition. And here's my question of the day. What is all this hype about magnesium? Well, magnesium is an important mineral to the human body, but first of all, what about minerals? Minerals do originate in soil and water. They contribute to about 5 to 6% of the body weight, but will vary based upon male, female, race. Minerals are essential nutrients in the human body. There are 21 of them. Minerals are inorganic nutrients, meaning they don't originate in plants and animals. And also back to magnesium, its basic function in the human body deals with structure and regulation. In the food chain, we'll see that the nutrients being carried into water and they're present in the soil actually move to plants. From animals eat the plants and we eat the animals, but we as humans can also bypass the animal and go back and acquire minerals from plants directly as well. We have major versus trace minerals. This doesn't have to do with the importance to the human body. This deals with how much the body actually needs. Now, our body does contain several minerals in abundance: sodium, calcium, phosphorus, potassium, and magnesium. Functions for the main minerals are well known, and some of them are essential in various functions, such as your muscle, bone, and etc. What we don't hear much about, though, is magnesium. Magnesium is understated, and its value has actually not been recognized. See, magnesium is important from head to toe. Magnesium is everywhere in the human body, and on average, the adult contains about 25 grams of magnesium. 60% of that is actually found in the skeleton. About 27% of that's going to be found in muscle. 6 to 7% actually is found in your cells. Less than 1% outside the cells, meaning in your blood, which explains why low magnesium often is undiagnosed with a traditional blood test. Magnesium is involved in more than 700 biochemical reactions, such as making energy, building proteins, making hormones. It stands out from all the other minerals for its involvement in more metabolic activities and functions than all the other minerals combined. The largest role of magnesium is that of in energy production. Magnesium is needed in making the main fuel for our cells' energy, called adenosine triphosphate, or ATP, if you remember that back from biology in high school. So ATP is required for many reactions to even occur. It's directly involved in hundreds of enzymatic reactions that drive and regulate metabolism. ATP is is made in the powerhouse, which, going back to biology, is the mitochondria of the cell. And the magnesium actually plays a role in how well this process goes. CoQ10, which is another one I could talk about a little later on, is also involved in the same process with magnesium in making energy. Magnesium and ATP work hand in hand in providing energy for almost all our energy processes. We're talking ATP is required for cellular energy and fuels hundreds of reactions in our body, such as protein synthesis, DNA and RNA making or regeneration, and we're talking about hormone production. Magnesium's benefits range from the neurological, the muscular, the cardiovascular, the skeletal, the immune, the metabolic health. In the neurological, you're looking at normal and neurological function, helps out give healthy nerve transmission, calm, balance of the mood, being calm and balancing of your mood. Muscular helps out with healthy muscle contractions and relaxation, preventing of muscle cramps. For cardiovascular, you're talking about normal blood pressure, regular heart rhythm. And skeletal, you're talking about strengthening your bones, your teeth. For your immune system, it helps strengthen your immune system. And then for metabolic health, it gives you normal blood glucose control, something very, very important for diabetics. Another key aspect about magnesium is it works synergistically with calcium, meaning they work together. Magnesium helps calcium to work at its actual best, but they also affect each other in their level found in the human body. For example, majority of magnesium, we saw 60%, is actually stored in the skeletal. Therefore, we see if there is a depletion in magnesium, there can also result in a decrease of calcium in the bone as well. How much do we need? Well, the daily reference intakes, the DRIs, say that women should take anywhere from 310 to 320 milligrams. Males should be taking about 400 to 420 milligrams. Where do you find magnesium? Well, you can find it from your plants, dark green leafy vegetables, nuts, whole grains, from fish, legumes, and fruits. are good sources. How common is low magnesium? Well, they believe that nearly 50% of all young adults and 70 to 80% of all older adults are actually low in their magnesium intake and their status. Intake is what you bring in, status was that which is present in your body. Because of this decrease in magnesium, the Dietary Guideline Advisory Committee is actually focusing on increasing the dietary magnesium for the American population. It has actually become a nutritional concern for them. Now, why don't we get enough magnesium? 3 general reasons. One is level of magnesium in the diet is actually decreasing. We have just poor food choices, refined diets. There's not enough overall intake in that situation. So we're not eating enough of the dark green leafy vegetables, the nuts, the whole grains, fish, legumes, and your fruits. The second reason is bioavailability is actually declining. And this is up to 60 to 70% of the food-based magnesium is not being absorbed. And we're talking about the quality of magnesium in that. But also because involved with that, we have lifestyle factors that can interfere with absorption. And that would be something like aging, disease, stress, illness, prescriptions, even over-the-counter drugs, and then different diets people go on. The third one is that levels of magnesium in the foods are actually decreasing. And I've talked about this before about genetically modified crops that are able to be resistant to stresses in the environment and actually grow much quicker. So we're getting a crop depletion. The soil is being depleted because they're not able to keep up and refertilize the soil as well between crops. Problem? Well, continued low intake will eventually deplete the magnesium stores or your status, and body functions begin to become impaired, such as irregular heart rhythm, you have muscle cramps, poor metabolic health. So let's break this down. What are some symptoms of low magnesium status? Again, you're looking at the neurological, the muscular, the cardiovascular, the skeletal, and the metabolic. For neurological, you're looking at behavioral disturbances, irritability, fatigue, anxiety, impaired memory, and cognitive function. For muscular, you're looking at your kind of regular heart rhythm, cramps, especially like night cramps, weakness, tics, spasms, impaired coordination, tremors, and vertigo. For the cardiovascular, we're looking at irregular rapid heart rate and coronary spasms. The skeletal, your bones are going to be weaker and your lower bone density. And for the metabolic, you're looking at poor glucose control. Again, another key aspect that's very important for actual diabetics. Okay, now I know I've given you a lot of information on magnesium, but hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully it was insightful for you. If you would like to know about the magnesium that I have used and have experienced a benefit from, please feel free to either private message me or email me at gowerhour@gmail.com, and I'd love to share my information with you. Have a great day.